Alright, let's hear the recap. Who's doing it?
Roll the dice.
Alright, I'll roll the die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. Roll a d5. Is that even a dice size? Am I going to see a visual dice? I'm not. I am! Oh, it's a d10 divided by 2. Duh. Number 1 is Gracer! It's always great!
No, the minute you guys were like, oh, we're gonna roll for it, I'm like, and it's gonna be me, because that's just how the dice want to go today.
It's gonna be me.
Alright, so I gotta give a recap.
Isn't that a Britney Spears song?
No,
I think so.
Oh, it's NSYNC. Early, like, 90s pop, like, personality band.
So
I was more of a
last
Backstreet Boys
session-
fan myself.
Same. So the recap for last session. We were told by patients to deal with so the AI says that there's this signal coming out from outside of Evergreen, coming from one of our towers, and he told us to go knock it down. Well, on the way to do that, a bunch of mechs from days gone by started climbing up out of the woodwork, and they attacked us. We got away, but we lost 2 pilots in the process. We then made it to one of the farms, which I wonder if this is made. Nope, it is not named how I want it to be named, so it does not tell me who this farm is. Got to the farm that was evacuating the civilians to get them back to Evergreen. And that was being attacked by even more mechs that shouldn't be walking. And one of those mechs that shouldn't be walking has a crazy dude with a wicked smile and a weird accent who thinks he's in a different mech than he is. He's interesting and very useful, but he scares me. I ain't gonna tell him that, though. We were able to keep him at bay, get the trucks loaded, and get the fuck out. So we should be hitting Evergreen any minute now. How was that? How's that for your recap?
We did miss the part where we got evacuation orders, and we held the line. Do you remember that? At the Chow Farm? Wow, Music Archer is taking notes of this one as well! At the Chow Farm!
Nah, fucking Music Archer takes some notes. And no, I said that. I said we were helping to evacuate the civilians. I couldn't remember the name of the farm. That's why I was like, whatever this place.
You forgot Chow?
Different Chow. Don't put that on me.
Whoa.
How could you?
Easily. Because I'm
It's really more of a garden than a farm.
You can easily forget Chow? Whoa. Whoa.
That's... my heart is breaking right now.
But, like...
I'm furiously crying right now over those allegations.
So I think I had told everyone that we would be getting a downtime action going forward. So before we do any of that, everybody has plenty of time to perform a full repair. So please click that button for me.
Oh, I love those. Those are my second favorite kind of repairs. Wait, that's stupid. There's only 2 kinds of repairs.
I'm not on fire anymore. Well, I'm still on fire, but I'm slightly less on fire.
Slightly less on fire.
Alright, so let me move to...
the narrative map.
The narrative. Oh, no, we can leave it here. It's fine. Because the map doesn't really matter. This is all in your head, theater of the mind sort of thing. So what we get here is as you are returning on your escape vehicle with all of these people, in a call with Patience, you can hear Patience patches in somebody else, gets a notification from Contingency White. And they immediately hail and say, Patience, this is Contingency White. And Patience responds, Contingency White, go ahead. Flight plan has us crossing your horizon in T-minus 10 minutes. How's it looking on the ground? LZ is clear at this time, Contingency. You have the corridor and clearance to land. That is only happening because you guys succeeded the bull mission,
Woo!
in fact.
Buggers.
Right.
Hey, reinforcements and resources and hopefully friendlies.
They respond, confirm corridor and clearance. Confirmed contingency. Roger. Entry in T-minus 29 seconds. Horizon in 9 minutes. Contingency. Recommends soft entry on touchdown. Low profile entrance confirmed, patients. I'll see you on my sweep, Contingency. Welcome to Evergreen. Landmark Colonial has dispatched an internal crisis response team to Hercynia called CRT, Contingency White. If any of you have anything in your backstory related to CRT, Contingency White, you get a little bit more information here. But if not, then we will move forward with the CRT arrives on a subline corvette and lands just outside Evergreen in the landing bowl. If the colony got the automatic pump set up, which you did. Otherwise, they burn out. Oh, nope, that didn't happen. Nope, nope. Yep, that never happened.
They all fucking died.
They all
Wow!
Okay.
So I have chosen not to read ahead because this is new for me as well, and it's a pre-made module. I was like, otherwise they, nope, shouldn't be reading that out loud. Whoops. Yep, they're here. They're here. They have a few subaltern squads packed into crates on board. They're tethered to the ship's NHP, known as Connie. Contingency Connie, White. And they run independent of patients entirely, so there's a few new robots, workers, subalterns, automated laborers, that sort of thing. The CRT personnel, careerists, all of them, they're all career soldiers, wear muted Landmark livery. Each is under a long-term contract with Landmark, working for shares, for money, for land, and support on retirement. The CRT deploys to the governor's farm and begins compiling their report.
Huh, neat.
So in terms of clearance and permissions and so on, while you were the exclusive team called in to take care of this planet of Evergreen, the colony, that no longer seems to be the case.
There's other fish in the pond.
Correct.
Which is not a bad thing. That means if there are multiple hotspots, there are now 2 problem solvers.
And another pool for backup characters. Let's go.
Yeah, nah. There's now 3. Being on the planet, Mirror Smoke, or Contingency White. I don't know why. Hearing the word Contingency White, I'm thinking like this. It's like a CIA hit squad in my head. I don't think that's correct by what it is, but that's what it sounds like.
I'm thinking of fucking trauma team from Cyberpunk.
Oh, Darkwagon? Or is that Shadowrun?
I think it's Shadowrun.
Where they're like the super ambulances that show up if you have a membership and they like
Yeah.
clear the LZ with heavy fire.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I am looking at, I do actually need to take us to the other map real quick. Because activate. We now have, I need to draw.
Oh, who's this? Who's this over here?
I don't know, I'm gonna
handsome
have to delete that person.
It's a ghost.
Actually, if you double click them, this token references an actor which no longer exists within the world. If you double click them.
Ooh.
Which is pretty on brand.
Same thing if you click Argus. That's
Big Sedge. Oh, but because he no longer exists in the world, that means that he's not locked on permissions. I get to move Argus now. Oh.
All I see is a hooded figure. You're not even moving Argus, you're just moving an icon. We don't have Lowlemere. We don't have Smiley.
Look at me. I am the necromancer now.
God damn it! I was gonna make that joke.
Okay,
Sometimes we only have like one brain cell in this call, and we're all on the same wavelength with our.
let me
jokes.
throw
It's great.
Smiley in.
Oh, Argus is gonna get dizzy if he keeps spinning like that.
Wait, where is Smiley?
So,
Where is
Before
Smiley? Oh, there he is.
you can't find him?
I found him.
Before anything serious happens, I just need to make a quick announcement.
Oh.
I need Cock Abrams.
Based.
I really thought this was gonna be important!
Yeah, same.
I thought you were gonna like announce we've decided on a wedding date and venue and everyone's invited. I was like, oh shit, we're gonna play Lancer in person, and then it was I need Cock Abrams, and I was like, oh okay, well, yeah, that checks out. That checks
Get
out.
somewhere.
There's now a new clock over here, poorly drawn, but it will do.
Why? Why do we get more clocks? No.
I said cock, not clock.
We love clocks.
I still see Louis 56 goodwill.
We're gonna call this one
True.
the Crisis Response Team. So CRT, HRT. There you go. That's the Crisis Response Team Heart Relationship Table. There you go. I think that's suitable. Yep. I think that's suitable. Are you good, Kite?
I think you killed Kite with that one.
Oh no! Louis' goodwill! Hi, Malefic.
Oh, no,
yeah,
we
it's been a
still
minute.
had so much. Shit.
Yeah, remember if anybody
I
did
was-
anything
I was
involving
still trying
Louis?
to-
We were gonna try and we're in the worst timeline because originally we were gonna be.
I'm gonna go ahead and delete that one because Louis
Theoretically, we
had.
can still do things with Louis. It's just frowned upon.
Oh, so you're gonna weekend at Bernie's with Louis?
I was just.
Oh,
about to
do it.
say.
I am deleting the 2d6 Louis' goodwill that is lost to time forever.
Gregor is using
Well, why am I saying this is Argus?
replay audio.
That was not meant to be said as Argus. Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Do you recall your downtime actions? Because there is now new downtime actions actually.
Ooh.
There are new downtime actions.
Yes. In addition to prior downtime actions, which have not changed, they're exactly the same as before. Remember there was before you were able to try and one of them was put in the work, rebuilding and reaching out to the citizens of Evergreen, shoring up defenses, running errands, using every tool available to try and build up defenses. And we failed on that, I think, 2 times last time.
Yeah.
And then there was
the charm.
and then there was the original downtime actions, which was, let me see if I can find that downtime one. Here it is. You could salvage. Yep, you could salvage the wreckage and ships and mechs around the area. You could take a walk around and get to know people in the actual area, or get to know locations. You could do R&R in the tavern, and potentially meet another person, or you can do the regular downtime actions, which are listed in your comp con, if you prefer. And I will pull those up now in case anybody doesn't have the list. We're doing great, by the way, playing Lancer. Downtime actions.
I'll go ahead and do mine first because I already have what I want to do. Because
So
They-
there
they
are
say-
there's a new pool of faces as well.
But as they say, if you don't get it right the first time or the second time, you try the third time, and if that don't work, you see what the fuck's going wrong, and you hit it with a baseball bat.
So downtime actions can be found on the action economy tab of CompCon at the very bottom. There's buy some time, gather information, get a drink, which technically that would be the tavern there. Get connected, which might be the take a walk. Get creative, get focused, scrounge and barter, power to cost, get organized. Step into the ring. Go diving, doesn't really apply in this place. Or get into a one-on-one duel with somebody. All of those can be taken unless you are describing something which does not feel narratively appropriate. So, you said you wanted to go first? What is your...
Yeah. I gotta put in the work. This place looks like a piece of shit. We gotta fix it. Everything's on fire.
Okay. The last I heard, if I remember correctly, somebody did roll a 9 or less. Something like that.
Yeah, and it was me. It was me and Elena. So we both
Yeah.
were like, we want to help because Elena is just a helper, and I have a background in construction. If nobody can hear the air quotes. So like, I feel like I can be more useful trying to do this because there's no skulls to crack in town.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm trying to get everything shored up and fixed up. And
Is there
No,
anyone that you would try to
ramshackle.
find or talk to from the past, or anybody new that you would work on? Or are you just silently
I'm,
just building shit because that's what you do?
Can I go? I want to go find a guy who I helped last time who fell into the cement and was screaming about end of days and everything sucks.
I recall this. Let me see if I can find that guy. Do you remember his name by chance? Because if not, I'll pull it up. I'll find it. But I think he's dead. He might be.
No, he did not die in that big fight.
That was the guy that met Argus in the bar and showed him pictures of the family.
Oh, that guy! Yeah, no, he's still around. Yep, he's one of the only ones that...
He's the only person we interacted with that survived.
Let me see if I can find him.
I think there was 2 people that survived that we interacted with, but he
There was
one.
another person that survived. It was not the child, unfortunately.
Kill the child.
Destroy the child.
Might be doing that on Sunday.
Destroy the child.
What is that from?
That's Alex Jones.
Corrupt them all. Someone unsavory.
Is that seriously Alex Jones?
Yes.
That paints that in a very bad light now. I don't like it. We need to redo it with a better voice.
True.
Yeah, that's first time hearing of that too, actually. I just thought it was a funny sound effect, so I ripped it from another server.
Nope,
I feel like that was from The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy.
it is not.
No?
I found him!
I-
It's Private Eli Beeble Bennington.
Yep, I'm gonna find Beeble. I'm gonna get him to help me so he can for 2 reasons. 1, I want to show him that he can do it, and 2, he needs to do it. He needs to get out of his own head. He needs to like psych himself up. Because if he lives in this like state of fear, he ain't ever gonna get out of it.
Well,
And
the
if you let the world push you down, you ain't gonna get back up. You gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep throwing in punches. So I'm gonna keep putting him up on his feet.
Okay. You are able to find Beeble. He's, it takes you a bit. It takes you quite a bit to find Beeble.
Hiding
Because
in a shack somewhere.
he actually was, in fact, hiding in a shack. Dead serious.
Oh god, I come in like Jack Nicholson from The Shining. Hey,
You find him...
Beeble.
No, you find him in a shack. Near the bottom of the well. There are empty alcohol bottles at his feet. He no longer wears his old military outfit. And you can tell he's been trying to grow out his facial hair. He's got, like, the Groucho Marx mustache going on. He's just trying to fake himself and hide right now. When you show up, he's just like, I'm not evil. Wait, who are you? Oh, I remember you. Oh, you're gonna put me 6 feet under, aren't you? The last time you were here, I was in the cement.
I ain't gonna put you 6 feet under. I ain't got no reason to do that. I would need your help. And you look like you need a friend.
Do me a favor. Knowing your backstory, I need you to roll me a charm. But you're getting a negative. You're getting a difficulty on this. Knowing your backstory.
Because I said the word, I don't want to put you 6 feet under. Yeah, no, that tracks. It's gonna be bad. Oh, that is the wrong thing. I almost put 1d.
Roll the 1 gets -5.
Guess what I don't have, guys?
Charm. Oh no.
Oh, maximum.
You know, what's are you?
Oh, good. What were you gonna say?
I was say, am I going to get a downtime action with new character or not?
Yeah. You'll get a downtime action as well.
Let's go.
So unfortunately for you, Beeble has heard of who you are. He knows your reputation, and he's like, I need my knees! I need them to run! Leave me alone! And he runs. He just, like, dips. You just hear him screaming and running down the streets. There's like, they sent the greaser for me! Help!
I'm, like, shaking my head. I'm putting my hands in my jacket pockets. I'm like, damn, he can run. Well, I ain't getting his ass to help me. And I, like, shuffle off, just start getting no name McJosen, just people to help me build stuff.
Roll a d20. Just roll a straight d20, please.
Yep. I tried to be nice, guys. This is
Dear God.
This is what happens. Apparently.
That's a failure.
Yeah, I'm just. Greaser is incapable of helping, apparently.
The good news is,
it did social interactions.
It did say the next time you put in this one, upgrade your result to the next best result. Which means you are able to do one of the following. Either you get additional help from somebody, not Beeble. You are able to improve the defenses, but at the cost of your health, dignity, or sanity. Or you are undertaking a particularly difficult and hazardous project, and your pilot will be taking damage, which cannot be healed until the next downtime.
He's a risk taker. I'll do the third one where I myself am hurt. The pilot.
Roll a d6.
Oh dear God.
I'm actually hoping for I'm hoping for high number.
It's +2, whatever it is. Take 6 damage.
Fuck yeah.
You're at 3 until next downtime, so the next full repair.
Yeah.
And you can describe to me what happened. Maybe like scaffolding broke and you've just got like a pipe stuck in your chest that left your lung pierced or something.
I kind of imagined it, because there are, like, walls, right, to try and keep, like, the things out.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining we're trying to get those back in order, and somebody's operating, like, a crane or something to, like, move the heavier objects. And I'm just in the wrong place at the wrong time, helping to, like, keep things in place, and the crane moves too fast, and, like, a beam slips. And it's not the full beam, but it's enough for it to, like, slam me, like, right near where the shoulder blades are, like, both sides, and just crumple me to the floor. And I'm just, oh, fuck, anybody got the number to that truck just hit me? Fuck. I, like, point at the crane and middle finger it, just lay on the floor until somebody gets the beam off of me, and then continue to keep working in immense pain.
Fair enough. I have updated the up here, the big clock with an extra tick.
Hooray! I assume that's a good thing. I hope it's a good thing.
I don't know, Kite. You improved the defenses of the town and got a mark. Sounds like a pretty good clock to have full. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yep. But hey, I did something finally. Greaser feels like he hasn't just crushed somebody's head in today.
And I think this is as good a time as any. So as you're laying there pinned, asking somebody to get this rubble off of you, one of your MSMC buddies actually responds to the call.
Yeah, so you're gonna see a big smiling, happy guy. He's gonna probably help get a lot of the rubble off. He's got big muscles. He's got some flabdominals to protect his abdominals. But they're under there. And so he's gonna help lift, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, party people! Oh, why the long face? You keep that up, someone might kill themselves." Anyway, where's Louis?
That's me, the player. Hold on. God damn. I did not want a shotgun blast to my chest. Oh, God. Just came like ripping off a Band-Aid.
I know that earlier we said you had to choose between dignity, physical pain, sanity, or health. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the sanity damage as well here.
Yep, I'm reminded.
Anyway, my boot's got an appointment with his teeth, and the only entrance is up his ass. You know what I'm saying? Oh.
All right, that one is Greaser. He starts laughing on the floor, and then he stops like, "Oh, that hurts." Oh, don't make me laugh right now, man. Help me up. Help me up. I'm gonna like.
I'll help him up, and I'll be like, no can do. There's smiles all around here.
I know, but it hurts to laugh. Oh, where have you been? We could have used you.
I've had to be here, kind of holding down the fort, because we can't trust that rat bastard Louis to do it. You know? Oh.
Yeah.
So about that.
Yeah, I think me and you need to have a. Let's take a walk. We gotta talk about Louis, and I'm gonna like, kind of like put like an arm around like your shoulder and be like, "Hey, come on over here, buddy. We'll have a talk. We'll have a conversation."
Are you taking him back to? Are you taking him back to where the bad breaks are? Would other players be involved here, or is this just the two of you?
No, this is like just walking somewhere less people around, because I don't want to like break the news and they like filter that quickly, because we got to figure out how.
If you're leading me to like a secluded area, I will be like, taking you out to dinner first. Oh.
Maybe. If there's some good food here, maybe. But nah. So listen, about Louis. He got DNA on file, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. We won't see him on planet for a bit. He had an accident. Last engagement did not go great for him. Some things happened.
I mean, if you go check his mech, you'll find bits of him on the planet.
Jesus fuck!
Pretty good that you took him alone, because I would have definitely made that one go off.
Oh
Yeah.
God, you guys need to stop making me laugh. It hurts.
So there is not a deception ability in this game. It is just charm. Charm includes lying or omitting pieces of the truth. So I'm gonna need an opposed charm check. I need Greaser to roll charm. And
I'll contest with Rita's situation.
Yep, and you'll be contesting with Rita's situation.
Let's go!
Oh!
Quick question: do I get an accuracy because I know Louis very well?
Was Louis accident prone? Would you have bought this story?
I would say Louis would be the farthest thing from accident prone.
I would give you.
Character would believe that he's the
Yeah, I think that you get an accuracy on that.
Okay.
In addition, the other reason I'm giving the accuracy is because I also feel like Kite's character telling you that he had an accident, knowing his backstory, this is a hard one to buy.
It's hard to use that word in. Oh shit!
Didn't even need the accuracy.
Let's fucking go. I'm gonna like poke him a little bit and be like, oh, no one told us you were a comedy expert. What really happened?
I'm gonna like look at him, and I can tell that he does not buy the generic accident story, and I'm gonna get like real quiet. This don't leave between me and you, and the bad breaks. He punched his own ticket.
Louis, okay, regardless of role, the disbelief. Louis killed himself. Louis, I'll end up in the red before I wind up dead. That Louis killed himself. Come on. Earlier that joke was kind of funny. You gotta come up with a better story if you wanna sell tickets, you know?
I'm looking you dead in the eyes, and like my face has not changed. I'm a lot of things, but I ain't gonna joke about this.
You're gonna see definitely the emotion's gonna kind of like drain from his face as he's gonna be mentally processing the situation. Well,
I think he's been dealing with a lot.
I mean, like, yeah, like I saw it happened earlier. He was clearly going through some shit, but this is Louis we're talking about. This guy's a fucking freak, to say the least. To imagine him doing that seems, fuck, you wouldn't lie about this. You're right on that. We got to delete all combat footage.
Yeah, I'm like nodding. I know the people I'm working with, the Bad Breaks. They've got I think they each have a record of it, so we got to talk to them about it. But
Yeah.
I don't think we want that leaking. Don't want him having to talk to somebody.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to people I don't want to talk to. This doesn't leave this planet.
Oh yeah, no. That's why do you think I started? I started a conversation with accident.
You know what? Fucking, this is how I know you're one of the good ones. You get it. You understand it. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just like nodding.
Fuck,
It's like,
dude.
This fucking planet. It's fucking evil.
This fucking planet. True. Yeah,
Are we good to move on to the next downtime action?
I think we're good to move on.
Just making sure you guys were satisfied here.
Yeah. The last thing I say is like I give him a pat on the back and be like, "Sorry to ruin your smile. It's a good smile. I hate seeing it gone."
You can see that there's now a forced smile on his face. You're like, I'll keep it going, if not for me, but for the other people.
Yeah.
That's kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, I just realized.
He's a cutie.
There's another, this token references an actor which no longer exists in this world. Goodbye.
Yeah, I was spinning it a lot.
Deleted. Looks over, Argus is just gone. I don't feel so good. Dusted.
Gets the Thanos dust.
Yep.
Who would like to take the next downtime action? Has anyone been thinking about what they... Oh, yep, sure.
I'm not really sure what this would fall under for, like, rules or whatever. I'm planning on burying the other two that died. Much like I did with, Starry Night previously.
I'm okay with you doing that. As for downtime action, maybe a get focused sort of thing. Because get focused says focus on increasing your skills, training and self-improvement. You might practice, learn, or meditate, call on a teacher. And I feel like what you would be doing here is kind of meditating on the loss of your friends, thinking about what they had done in the past, what they had brought to the team, that sort of thing.
Right.
Is there anything in particular that Stryker would have been focused on in regards to like the things he remembered about the people we lost?
I think it's less so remembering the people and more so how it's kind of fucking him up right now. How his first mission as leader of the Bad Breaks ended up with 2 deaths.
Sure.
Because this was like the first combat mission that he's run as the leader since Starry Night died. So.
Sure. That's why I was kind of. That's why I was trying to put it towards like the meditate thing. But we can also kind of.
Actually, you know what? He'll just go to the bar and get a damn drink after he's done burying them.
I was gonna say we could also kind of bend it as get a damn drink. It doesn't have to be that you went and got a drink. It can be that the burial is how you blew off steam and dealt with some of the stress you were doing. So the get a damn drink trigger will be what we're activating for your downtime action.
Okay.
Though we do not necessarily have to have you get drunk.
It would be in character for him to get drinking afterwards.
All right, fair enough. I need to figure out what roll that would be. So let me look at your skill triggers real quick, and it might just be a flat roll. Because I don't know that any skill triggers are really relevant towards, like, burials and dealing with my own stress. Stay cool if you have it is the closest to anything that I think would work for dealing with my own stress in a very hostile situation. So if you have that, you can roll it. If not, go ahead and give yourself a flat roll. If you feel appropriate, you are welcome to give yourself a negative. I think it is appropriate here. Just because, like you said, it's his first mission. He's dealing with a whole lot. So I would personally give a difficulty here, but if you do not want to, if you think that he just drinks so much that it's totally Gucci, or that this is just, like, his normal coping, that is fine, too.
So I hit the button for... Okay, so that would just be minus D6.
Yep. Oh, damn. That's a very good roll, actually. So... You,
You're just going to see, like, on his way out, you're just going to see a coffee can with Argus written on the side of it in one hand, and he's just kind of dragging a wrapped up body by the legs with his other hand.
You get to choose. You either get a good reputation or a new friend or connection. Actually, I'm not gonna let you choose. And then, well, no, it's a good reputation, a useful item or piece of information, or a convenient opportunity. And then you also lose one of those things: a good reputation, a friend or connection, a useful item, a piece of opportunity, or a convenient opportunity. I am not letting you choose what you lose. You lost a friend or connection. That is what you lost. I just need you to decide what you gained.
Guess I'll gain some helpful information.
Sure. So here's how I will do this. Let me pull up my chart of new characters. Oh, where are you guys? There they are. Oh,
Sorry, no, it's good.
it's okay. So as you are as you are doing this burial, and you show up at the bar with your coffee can, you end up sitting next to a man named Eddie Wu, who is part of the new CRT Contingency White group. He introduces himself as their commanding officer, He is former Mirror Smoke mercenary. Claims he graduated from that shit show after his 3rd contract. He he looks at the coffee can that you have in there, and he's like, "The fuck is that?"
Remains of an old friend. Striker just kind of takes an immediate shot of the drink he ordered as he sits down. It puts the takes the coffee can, puts it on the table, just beside him there.
Eddie also takes a drink himself, and he's like, "See, that's where you made the mistake. You ain't supposed to make friends with any of these losers here."
He wasn't from here though. We got stuck here about a year ago now. Trying to fight and survive till we get the hell off this godforsaken planet.
He nods to you and kind of like thinks about it, and he's like, "Trust me, we won't be here too much longer. They send us to take care of things, just like you, I'm sure. But I'm not gonna make the mistake that I just described. I won't let the chaff get in the way of the mission. You understand my meaning?"
Hey. It works out, man. However the hell we get out of here, we get out of here. And he takes just another shot and kind of jokingly laughs to himself and says, "You know, I never realized how much explosive force a castigating mech does."
His eyes go wide, and he's like, "That's something I hope to never see again."
Amen to that.
He'll start to stand up, and he kind of like slaps his hand on the table, and he's like, "Remember what I said, boy. Don't you get involved with any of these people. They don't mean nothing. It's all about the money. And if you think the Mirror Smoke people know that, they're wrong." And he leaves.
Appreciate it. And he just kind of swivels back onto at the bar, takes another drink, pays his tab, gets up, grabs the body that he has just propped up on at the doorway there, and finish burial.
Fair enough. I didn't realize you had a body. I thought this was after the body was buried. My apologies.
Well, no, he had a coffee can with the remains of Argus because he castigated, and then he's just been dragging Louis' body across the ground, wrapped up in like blankets and shit, until he gets it buried.
Got you. Okay.
You needed that drink before you finished because it's a lot. I can buy it with that.
So there was a piece of information in that conversation. I don't know if you caught it.
I caught it.
Fair enough. But we will move forward with the next downtime action. Who would like to go next?
I can take it.
Okay.
So, what is the scope of items that you can scrounge and barter for?
Depends on who you're scrounging and bartering with and what you're looking for specifically.
I would be, if it's possible, I would try and hook up with the newbies and see if I can scrounge and barter for some mech equipment.
Again, depends on what you're looking for.
A mass pack from the Warden license.
Let me take a look here. Who would you ask for this sort of thing?
If they've got any kind of if they've got any kind of like armorer, or they've set up any kind of barracks or something.
They are operating out of the mayor's like via
Okay.
If you're talking about the crisis response team.
Yeah. I mean, they've got to have their equipment serviced somewhere, and I don't think the VA's going to have the facilities for that. But if I can track down basically who's their quartermaster or whoever's in charge of their equipment, that's probably the best bet for that kind of stuff.
Sure. In that case, you would end up, if you're heading towards the governor's thing to talk to the crisis response team, you'd meet a new person by the name of Roy. His name is Roy Mallercall.
That's a name.
That is a name. He is... trying to find his description. Ah, interesting. Okay. He's an asshole. Yep. He's an asshole. Yep, you show up at the governor's mansion asking around, and you're pointed towards Roy, who is practicing hand-to-hand combat with the air. He's shadow boxing. He's just like this thick, trunky man, just muscles everywhere, a bunch of cybernetics installed all around his body. His movement seems a little faster than what you would expect for the human limit.
I want to punch him.
Do you want to punch him? He's ignoring you, by the way. He is literally just shadow boxing. In case that wasn't obvious, like they point you to him, he's just shadow boxing. He does not give a shit about you.
Hey arsehole, where do you go when you need your implants maintained?
He turns over to you. He kind of like sizes you up, and he's just like, "Look, little girl, ain't ever need maintenance on this shit. You know why? Because I don't take hits, I give hits."
I mean, there's not many narcotics on this world, but you take whatever you need.
He looks a little confused by that statement. He's not the brightest in the bunch, but he sees one of his like men kind of like hold hand over mouth like they're laughing, realizes that he's been insulted, and he immediately like he pulls out his knife and he's like, "You say something you shouldn't have to me."
Okay, dipshit. Please tell me one of you people has more than 2 brain cells to rub together. And point me in their direction.
Oh god.
He's gonna walk closer to you, and he's gonna tell you, "I'm in charge here. You want to talk to anybody, you go through me."
I didn't know they...
You really want me to go through you? Because that is definitely a possibility.
I don't need you to roll fist to faces. He's swinging.
Oh no. I was hoping to threaten him.
Get hit.
He seems like the fist first, talk later kind of guy.
Yeah.
Beat a 20, please.
Oh no. We're grit 3 at the moment, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
That's a no. Well, you will wake up sometime later in a medical unit with a pretty severe lump on the side of your head. Hold on. Awesome. Your pilot is taking 4 damage, which cannot be healed until the next downtime. However, you do in fact have somebody in the room next to you, a medical officer from the same group, from the CRT, who seems a little apologetic about what happened, and had a conversation with you in a haze that you do not remember, and she does in fact have given you the mass pack, but while you did get the mass pack, I have updated the pie chart over here. The relationship with the crisis response team has gone a little negative after that one. But you will be able to get your mass pack. It just cost you, in this case, I guess, your health. Maybe your dignity, I don't know.
Damn, I chose Scrounge and Barter because I have accuracy on it, but not fists to faces.
While you were going for Scrounge and Barter, I totally get that. The way that was roleplayed, there was no way that was going to be a Scrounge and Barter chest. Do not unjaunty my angle. What are you going to do about it? Get out of here! No!
I honestly kind of liked that interaction because it just shows the devil may care Mako attitude.
Oh, I'm very glad that she didn't hear Francis get referred to as the chaff, because that would have gone poorly. We wouldn't have a pie chart.
We wouldn't have a pie chart. Can I get the next downtime action, please?
If I have one, I would like to interact with the CRT HRT. And I say this, my entire goal is to just interact with Eddie Wu, because I have already decided he is my favorite character.
Oh. Sure.
Okay. So, like, I think, like, I'm gonna go, like, the intention is to be like, oh, there's some new people on the scene, I should go meet them and do stuff. Like, and so I'll go to, like, where they are. Me, the player, is hoping that Eddie is there.
Oh, last thing for Mako. As you do fade to black, he'll do like the Akuma pose above you, turning his back, and you'll see graffiti on his chest plate that says "not to be fucked with." That is not me. That is actually straight from the book.
God, I wish my fist to faces was higher. I want to punch this man out.
We fucking with him. We fucking with him so bad.
Like, I have a good threaten. It's all talk.
I know, right? Me too.
Yep. Nah, because that's the shtick. Like, you threaten because when you're working with the family, you don't want to break someone's kneecaps because they got to hobble to you to give you the money. You'd rather they just understand that they got to pay their dues.
Okay, so you're going to see Eddie Wu. You just want to talk to him? Is that all it is?
So I want to, like, I'm envisioning, like, I go to, like, visit, like, the CRT people, and then, like, I happen to see, like, Eddie out of the corner of my eye, and then I'll be like, wait, Big Ed? Big Ed, is that you? Yo, Eddie! Eddie, what's up?
He's gonna look at you and just roll his eyes and be like, you again.
Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in ages! How have you been? Are you still hitting people with that "I don't get paid enough to make friends" shtick?
He grimaces as he looks at you, and he's like, "There's no one in the world that paid me enough to be friends with you."
Whoa, well, true, they don't need to pay you anything, because this friendship comes free. How you been?
I love it.
You're gonna fuck off and glass the planet now.
The obnoxiously positive character strikes again.
The obnoxiously positive character.
We needed it. Come on, guys. The team went real dark real quick. We need some happiness. Let the sun shine in. God damn it.
I'm very upset if his mech is not rainbow themed.
It is not, unfortunately.
He's
Poor
gonna
team.
he's gonna tell you better since the CRT started paying my payroll. My family sees a lot more money, and I see a lot less of you.
Well, I'm glad to hear that your family's getting more money. Saying I was just kind of stopping by. I heard there was, some new faces. Didn't expect to see an old face. Oh, I'm gonna forcibly give him a hug. I know that he will probably not return the hug, but I'm still giving him the hug. Well, it's great to see you.
He weirdly, like, as experienced as he is with knowing you, he doesn't resist the hug. He just kind of lets it happen, but like pulls his head away and has like this look of disgust, because he's convinced that had he resisted, he would have just been followed and until he gave the hug, which it's the lesser of two evils. It's like, this is a headache, but at least it's not a migraine.
Well, I'm really glad to see you around here. I was gonna stop by and to say to the rest guys, you guys need any kind of like our shared maps or stuff like that, you hit me up. Yeah, it's great to work with you again.
He's gonna suddenly grin and look over at you and be like, why don't we make a little working relationship? How about we add a little professionality here? He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a handful of dog tags and identification chits strung around like a single necklace sort of thing. And you recognize some of them as Mirror Smoke names that have been marked MIA for quite some time. And he's going to tell you, how much do you think these are worth?
So at least based on what Louis' dog tag and what my dog tag would say, so I think I'm gonna pull out my dog tag and I'll be laughing and I'll be like, I'll flip it on the back. On the back side, it says like, let's see, if I remember correctly, Louis was take if ugly. I think Patty's is going to say I fucked your dad on it. Is to be like, well, I mean, you know the guys at MSMC, probably not much, but at the very least, letting them know that they're for sure dead I don't know, legal might be able to throw some money your way.
He shakes his head and he's like, you don't understand. Dogs wear dog tags. You hand me that, you're my dog. When I tell you to move, you move.
This guy's a fucking freak. No wonder he doesn't make friends.
Uh-huh!
Well, this wouldn't be the first time I've been called a bitch. Oh.
He's gonna hold out an empty hand, staring at your dog tag.
I'm gonna shake his hand. Because I don't understand what he's trying to say here. I mean, I do. Ramon Patty Jenkins does not. He's like, anyway, what's your call sign? Is it still Princess, or did you get a new one after you swap outfits?
He's gonna shake your hand and tell you, you can call me the graduate, cause I ain't in that school of yours no more with them boys.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough. Well, I can call you the graduate. I want to go to one of the other CRT people. I'm assuming there's multiple ones in the area, and I'm gonna basically ask them the same thing. Like, you'd be like, "Yo, is this call sign still Princess, or did he get a new one?" Basically, just character assassinating him in front of his coworkers.
Well, go ahead and roll me. I don't know what that would be. Maybe a charm.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Fair enough. So two things. You specifically said you were trying to hurt his reputation. In my book, one of the negative actions you can take with the CRT is to humiliate a member, have a bad experience with them, or otherwise hurt their reputation. That is straight from the Wallflower book I am reading. I'm gonna go ahead and say you succeeded at that one.
So good.
Which means I gotta go over here to our lovely pie chart, and we're gonna delete that.
They just got here, guys.
And there we go.
I'm being aggressively friendly.
You have humiliated him and lowered his reputation. That is straight from the book.
What is the other
They just
CRT
got
person
here.
say?
We're
And
already
I'm like,
fighting them. I mean, I see this as an absolute win. Dear Lord.
you and Eddie go way back.
So knowing that, you can use your contacts, resources, or aid. Okay, so let me pull up reserves.
Oh, this is so funny.
Man,
What is it?
we're just the best. Also, I'm so
I'm
sorry.
doing this by trying to be a positive, happy guy, and I've just destroyed this dude's reputation in some mercenary company, and I love it.
Yeah. Also, sorry for my my husband. Apparently, I didn't realize he was laughing because I have noise canceling earphones in, and I'm like, "Who's laughing?" I thought it was one of you guys, and then I turn around and he's over my shoulder, looking at something on my screen and laughing his ass off, and I'm like, "Oh." So apologies for that.
So you are one of the MSMC faceless nobodies who hates the captain. We'll give you your choice of a resource or tactical reserve. At the cost of he hates the captain and you've ruined your reputation with them. But this is going to be a faceless guy, specifically because he, the way that the mechanics work for this team, I can't have somebody in the team who likes you. If the entire team dislikes you, they all dislike you. It's just how the mechanics seem to work at the moment.
Gotcha.
That may change in the future.
We can get to -6. We can get even lower in the future.
And if you really want to do something fun with this guy, we can get you a sniper team. He'll go AWOL, and there'll be a small sniper team that will show up to help you.
Can I poach him for MSMC?
I can do that, yeah.
Yeah, I think if you could send me the list of the things, I'll choose one of those. But the intention is that I am literally poaching someone from the CRT for MSMC.
On CompCon, go to Compendium and then click the reserves button, and it's anything from resource or tactical. But if you're poaching him, my recommendation is either reinforcements or sniper team. And I think sniper team is more appropriate here in that he's a faceless nobody. I don't think that he would pilot a mech. But or scouting could also work for you. But if there's something that you just really want on your own, that's fine too.
I'll take the scouting. He lets me in on some CRT secret information that they've already got that he probably shouldn't have.
Okay.
And then later on we'll join MSMC because he's a big gamer. He doesn't play with cowards. Am I right, guys?
The next question is, do you want scouting specific for an encounter or for the entirety of a mission? Mission just gives you, here are the types of mechs to expect up until the next downtime, versus encounter gives you, specifics about a single encounter, what sit rep it is, all the NPCs that are going to be involved, the next one coming, which will let you potentially change out your mechs beforehand.
What is the group thinking? Because I'm fine with either.
No dog in the fight. I think either is fine.
Yeah, either seems to work. Also, I'm. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kite.
I was gonna say, like, if we're all kind of in agreement of like, I think any of them are good, we just roll a die at that point.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'll flip a coin. Roll 1d2. If it's a 1, it's combat. If it's 2, it's mission.
Got you.
2, so mission.
Okay. I will have that for you once we have decided a path, because this is a branching story. And there are 2 different paths that you might take here, so I can't give you both. You'll just get the one whenever it has locked in.
Which is the path where we just destroy the CRT?
Why do we hate these guys?
I don't hate them, but they're apparently really sensitive and don't take well to a little bit of some classic workplace humor. I'm sorry.
They are...
I'm sorry, this Josh and man.
They definitely come with a bag of do not really give a shit about you here for a specific reason. And we have played into that pretty poorly, I feel like. I played
into it very well.
Or pretty well, depending on what you're trying to get out of this. So downtime actions that are done. Over here. Over here. Over here. Over there. Downtime actions that are not done, just Rico. Everybody else is not here. So, Rico, what do you got?
I was going to...
Do you want to sabotage the rest of your relationship with these guys?
Do it.
No, I mean, as tempting as it is, I came here on a mission 500 to 600 years ago, and I'm going to foresee that mission sent. I was going to gather the townspeople and preach the word of Zimon.
Okay. That sounds like, as far as the, downtime actions. Maybe a get organized?
Oh, the lamp.
Yeah, that sounds like a get organized to me.
Okay.
Roll a d20, please.
Maybe.
Unless you have something that would, work well for this. Leader Inspire would work really well for this, actually, so go ahead and roll a Leader Inspire.
There it is. Why is it not rolling?
Double click your pilot, go to Leader Inspire, click
Yeah,
pilot.
I clicked it. Let me try to refresh the server. I might have froze.
Okay. Oh! Yep. That finally rolled. I saw 3 dice, and it ended on a 3! Oh no! On a 9 or less, you do fail. That is so
Was that
depressing.
The D20 or the lead and inspire?
Yep, you had a +6. You rolled a 3 plus 6 is 9. However, hold on. Actually, I need to make a roll for Elena first. Something else that she did. Okay.
Hey, let's go. Big numbers.
wait, no, it wasn't Elena. It was somebody else who did that. It was this. I don't know who did the MSMC Boys organization. Somebody did.
That was Louis.
I just rolled for Louis. The nice thing is,
Great.
the roll happens regardless if they're alive. Rules is written, organizations' rolls happen regardless if they're alive. And I can add half of the organization total bonus to any roll involving them. And my plan here was that you are converting the MSMC mercenaries to your religion. So, knowing that, what we're going to do is, first of all, the roll that Louis made of the +2 became a +4 from the grave, and then you converting them turned that into a +6 because we could add half of the 4 to your roll, so that would have actually been 11, which means you did succeed with that half roll added. What we have now is your organization gains +2 efficiency and +2 influence to a maximum of +6. So with your new-found faith... That is ridiculous. All MSMC actions, any roll they make, will be made with a +6 modifier.
That's fucking crazy.
Yup.
MSMC was super competent. Fuck CRT.
Fuck
MSMC
CRT.
for the win.
So that does include if a firefight breaks out between MSMC and CRT, MSMC with the power of God and bullets on their side and mecha, will be rolling with +6s. This will not apply to player characters, but NPCs in that organization. So tell me how you do it. As MSMC is just like losing people left and right. Louis gone. Suddenly Moses, whose name I'm not gonna try and pronounce, Lubomir, something like that, shows up. And it's just like, all you need is lube.
Wait, can I do the role play?
Yeah,
Can I do the speech?
absolutely.
Oh no.
You show up at the MSMC barracks, and just like there's so much sullen, like they've lost Louis.
Is everybody ready for the voice?
And Ramon is out somewhere. People can tell that his smile is just not ringing true the way it used to.
I'm ready.
Brothers and sisters of Ursinia, join me in their place, for that Simone has joined us in the battlefield.
One of the dudes just turns to you and he's just like, "Who the fuck's Simon? Who that?"
Simone says, "We will win!"
The guy blinks, tilts his head, looks very confused, reaches without looking for his gun, ends up grabbing a piece of watermelon instead, takes it to his mouth, takes a bite. It's like, I kind of like what you're talking about. Yeah, let's hear more about this. Yeah. Just chewing on watermelon, watching you say things. Well, what else did Simon say?
Simone says, "You will have the bonus to the victory. All shall kneel before Simone."
He's gonna nod and be like, I don't know if it's because his watermelon is fermenting or because you got something going on, but I like the cut of your jib. I'm gonna go start telling the boss. And he goes and gets a bunch of the other MSMC dudes, and by the end of it, they're all chanting. They're just like, "We do it because Simon says we do."
Simon says commit various war crimes.
Simon says join a cult.
Yes.
And like through the streets over the next few weeks, you guys will sometimes see, like MSMC mercs, just like, Simon says that John Woo movies are great. Yeah, I love John Woo movies. And then other guys just like, Simon says we're gonna make it home. Simon says we're gonna make a huge payout today. They're just like so excited, like they're completely believing the dogma at this point.
They
And
have officially drank the Kool-Aid.
they've drank the Kool-Aid.
As Simone says,
CST
brother.
are a bunch of assholes.
So yes, the benefit that you got from your downtime is the penultimate bonus to organization. MSMC boys will be moving at a +6 on all of their future rolls. I'm gonna go ahead and move you up here.
Because
Let
Simon
me.
said.
Yep, that's why. That's exactly why. Why else? Obviously, there's no other reason to do things. That's how they
Obviously.
feel. Okay, so let me read the next part of the narrative, because there's still, like, 5 more chunks of narrative.
Oh no,
Oh, boy.
that's a lot of narrative.
Yeah, I
All
did
right,
tell
everybody,
you.
go get the popcorn. Oh wait, I got. Actually, I don't need popcorn. I got Cheetos.
I just need to generate some reserves before we carry on. From Big Burrow and Steel. Everyone's gone quiet.
Oh, we're waiting on you to do the roll? Is that not how that works? Don't you just make a roll or something like
Well,
that?
yeah, but I thought I'd wait for you to acknowledge that that's what okay to do before I did it. Cool.
You roll a d3?
Yeah, 1d3 to determine what kind of reserve I get, and then d20 on the reserve table. So
Yep.
it's resources, mech equipment, or gear. And 8 on resources is a disguise. I have a disguise. Really useful.
Interesting. Interesting.
You can use it to infiltrate CRT.
It does allow uncontested access to a location. Ooh.
Ooh, indeed. Actually, that might actually come in handy.
That might have come in handy with me not getting punched in the face.
Wait, 8 is a disguise? 1, 2,
Uh,
3, 4, 5,
yes,
6,
7,
7,
8 is a
8, 9,
disguise on
10,
the
11,
resources
12,
table.
13, 14, 15. There's only 15 items. Where did you find the table? I don't have the table.
It is page 51 of the Lancer Core rulebook.
Got
That
you.
makes sense. That's
That
why
makes
we're
sense.
Like, we're both looking at ComCon.
Yeah, I was looking at ComCon. That's what was happening. Fair enough. Yeah, disguise might have helped earlier. might have changed everything. In fact,
We did what we did.
we did what we did. Maybe next time use that before you go for your reserves, or before you go for your downtime. Okay, so moving forward on the next beat. Some days after the arrival of CRT, patients request the presence of the PCs at their office in the governor's farm. If you're away from Evergreen, you'll just get filled in when you return. I don't think anybody actually left Evergreen. The subject of the meeting is this. Evergreen has one weather and imaging satellite. Now that the global monsoon season has given way to normal patterns of rain, the satellite diverts from its usual orbit once every 3 days to fly an imaging mission, capturing a ribbon panorama of hundreds of kilometers as it performs a single circumnavigation of Hercynia. On its most recent circumnavigation, the satellite returned a shocking revelation. At the edge of the panorama, in the interior of the as-yet unexplored eastern continent, the satellite image shows a single figure, a person, leading an agricultural drone. The satellite found a farmer, a human farmer, on an unexplored continent, thousands of kilometers away from Evergreen. The agricultural drone's silhouette doesn't confirm to any in Evergreen's inventory, so it's not one that was stolen from the colony or AWOL or anything like that. It appears to be an older model, one that was discontinued approximately 500 years ago. One that is consistent with those seen in the ranks of the Machine Army, encamped outside of Evergreen. Patients immediately ordered the satellite to make another 2 passes, one on either side of the previous ribbon. These new panoramas have just been transmitted to the farm. With a flourish, Patience orders them displayed on the monitors. the first, to the west of the initial image, shows clearer evidence of cultivated fields and a worn path between them that the farmer must have been leading their drone back along. The second, to the east of the first picture, shows what looks like the outskirts of a much larger city. Low homes of native wood, red brick, and stone sit alongside the long converted bulkheads of old Union ships. Winding streets lead further west. Crowds of people mill through them. Heavy carrier drones ferry goods. Thin threads of smoke and steam wind their way up from the stalls. Puddles shine silver in the streets and on rooftops. There are people on the eastern continent, and if Patience's models are correct, there are likely millions of them. Evergreen is far from alone. First it was the Hercynians, now it's these people. This other settlement, evidently much larger than Evergreen, is far away and has no knowledge of the colony. Despite this, Patience is not entirely thrilled to have discovered another city on Hercynia. The planet was supposed to be abandoned, empty. The charter purchased by Landmark said as much. Now that there's apparently an indigenous population, a legal fight to determine primacy rights is almost guaranteed.
Gee, it's almost like we have a character that was there that long that would know this.
With I got a bit patience or further imaging returns for more efficiency. Once every 3 days. Okay, I need to roll a d20 because something else happens here. Got it. In the northern hemisphere, the satellite image also shows a blank square. An image glitched by old Union military scramblers. There's a blank spot, which is just not able to be seen to the north. And there's also an ocean. It's pretty. It's empty and partially covered by clouds. Yep. The long, humid summer season starts to drag on. Evergreen's forces track the approach of the machine as work continues around the clock to prepare for a back-to-the-wall defense. Refugees continue to pile up at the wall. Patience seems to retreat further into their imaging of the world and their conversations with Landmark and the crisis response team. The militia hasn't forgotten the Hercynians, the Egregorian attackers, the fucking Scooby-Doo cosplayers. And despite the pressing issue of the advancing machine, some units remain tasked with tracking down the raiders that plagued the colony. One of those units has returned with information. They finally managed to track the Hercynians to their home base, a staging ground, and bivouac just inside the mouth of an old Egregorian access tunnel, some distance to the south of the colony. The site seems lightly defended and is ripe as a target for an attack. At the very least, it may present an evacuation route if, indeed, the tunnel leads to a secure area. Patience orders you guys to follow up and investigate with the explicit instructions to tread lightly, to be cautious. Yep, it's just, you guys just go explore. You don't get a choice in the matter. I gotta read this part. Okay, cool. The forest parts, depositing you in a clear-cut, who would lead, now that I think about that?
So I just also have a quick note. These are the people that gave us that like called us and were like, we're not a threat to you guys, right?
You don't know.
Okay. Well, we did get a call that said that, right? This is more me reminding players of something that I remembered from 4 weeks ago. So we probably shouldn't just murder them. I think these people are probably the same.
If they fire first, we defend ourselves. But if they don't shoot, we don't shoot. We
fire first by killing Francis.
More followers for the powerful Zimone!
But like I don't know. I feel like if we start poking around stuff, they're gonna punch us, and I'm just gonna punch them back. And I punch harder.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we should keep our guard up, but exploring would be a good idea.
Knowing that, again, you were ordered to go and investigate. Who would be in the lead in case we encounter any actors out there?
Hey, I can take lead. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I can't find any reason to argue with Scary Face McGee, so.
Maybe the fact that they're scary?
Yep, no, it's like, you go right ahead.
The forest parts,
More
depositing...
followers for Simone.
The forest parts, depositing you in a clear-cut... Wait, what? In a clear-cut. Oh, in a clear-cut! Clear-cut is a single word. The forest parts depositing you in a clear-cut that lies open to the steaming summer heat. The soft substrate firms beneath you. The ground here is cracked asphalt, contemporary to the war, an old road gone to neglect. You see the markers of the war around you. A low bunker chokes under the roots of the tree growing from within. Another bunker lies shattered everywhere, water pools where soldiers once crouched. The road slopes down, disappearing under the shadow of a canopy made from the newly strung camouflage tarps. It continues into the dark mouth of a tunnel that you assume leads deeper still. Ursinians have been here recently. Crates lie scattered across the road. The high side is lined by tents. Some collapsed, most still standing. A gentle wind scrapes waxed paper wrapping around the clearing. Bandage wrappers, plastic that once covered preloaded magazines. Evidence of a hasty retreat. A scan of their area reveals nothing powered or alive waiting in this bivouac. An investigation... Nope. What would you guys like to do?
Alright. So we're...
Right, check out the area, make sure there's no, like, booby traps or anything, like, you know, nobody planted a goddamn time bomb or anything.
Landmines?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah, be careful of fucking landmines, too.
Yeah, because there might be unexploded ordnance out here. We just don't know.
Could be UXOs, there could be booby traps. Trap. There could be, you know.
So
I
you
would
are...
be broadcasting... Oh, sorry.
Oh, what are you broadcasting? No, I want to hear it.
I would be broadcasting over any, like, archaic or, like, old frequencies. Because I remember when we got the incoming thing, it was from a really, really old military frequency. So whatever, like, old frequencies that I had access to, I would be basically trying to be like, hey, we are here right now. We don't want no trouble. We heard that you guys don't want to be our enemies. We don't want to be your enemies. We can all be friends.
I would like to use my sound system.
So you're just blasting music?
I'm going to be blasting my own voice.
Understood. Anybody else? I hear somebody using radio, somebody blasting sounds, somebody else checking the floor in the area.
While somebody's on the radio, Striker's checking for booby traps. Moses is yelling into his speakers. I'm just going to keep an eye out, and just, while everyone's looking at the floor and on comms, I'm going to be looking around, just keeping my eyes peeled in case, I don't know, something pops out of the woodwork.
So nobody's going into the tunnel and nobody's checking above the tunnel. Got it.
Nope, not yet.
Understood. Is Mako doing anything here?
Probably just checking for traps as well.
Yeah, we are terrified of
the two people who said they were checking for traps, roll me a spot check.
I believe in you.
That makes one of us.
Hey!
Fuck!
Mako sees all.
Mako sees all. She even sees it when Striker steps on a specific metal donut-looking thing, and a click happens. No, I'm joking. The ground is littered with the dusty, desiccated corpses of long-dead egregorians. Brittle shells hollow with obvious damage from thermal and kinetic munitions. Their old human remains litter the ground. Some still in their hard suits and cuirasses. Auxiliaries left behind from when Union pulled out of this particular space. But something else immediately draws your attention. A number of dead and dying natives, Hercynian natives, humans, in various states of injury, occupy a makeshift triage center. IV bags hang on racks above the cots.
Am I allowed to approach them?
Looks like
You
we've
can
got
do whatever you
survivors.
want.
Hell yeah! I got patches. I got correctives. I'm providing some medical supplies to them, being like, "Whoa, slow down, guys. You guys doing okay? What happened to you?"
None of them speak English. They speak something that you don't understand. They kind of click and chitter like they are insects, but they are not. They're humans.
Do they
And
at least recognize the medical supplies that I'm trying to get to them?
they resist you at first. But roll me a patch check. I think that's a skill trigger, or is it patch?
It's an item, so I don't really know what.
No, there's a
associated.
skill trigger.
Yeah.
There's a skill trigger called patch as well.
Oh, gotcha. I don't have that, so is that just flat roll?
Roll a d20.
Uh-oh. Well, I don't think I'm trying to use it. I think I'm trying to just give it to them. But, 16.
This was
I don't really know
more
if that
to you can patch anyone, but this is more to diagnose and see who like needs it the most, and not roll
Oh,
a
yeah.
nat one and end up accidentally putting a pillow over
Killing
somebody's
someone?
face. Yep,
That'd be really silly.
that would be hilarious.
That'd be big problems real quick.
So yeah, you
Not
are.
rolling a 4 on a ball of stimulant.
I'm going to take a look here at the names that are there. Sorry, this is a lot of narrative that I have not read ahead on because it's new for me as well. And I am trying to figure out exactly what is happening here. So, got it. As you are patching these people, quite a few of them do resist, but you can tell, like, relief goes over their eyes as the patch and corrective works its magic, healing people, getting them back stabilized, preventing a few deaths, and a handful of rangers emerge from the dark of one of the tunnels, unarmed. One has a pistol at her waist, and when they see you, they immediately run towards the triage center. Seeing that you're helping, like the girl like had her hand on the holster, pulls it away. The entirety of them have fatigues, none of them with serious armor. And the girl with the pistol has a bandage around her thigh and another one around her head. They all kind of chitter and click amongst each other, trying to decide what they feel about the situation. And at any point, if anybody wanted to interrupt me and take an action, you're welcome to do so, but nobody has done so. So instead, she will kind of poke at her her own helmet, which has like a old school looking radio communicator, like a little walkie-talkie. And you start hearing it broadcast into, you were scanning the older radio waves, stuff like that. You start hearing it broadcast into there. And she'll tell you in broken English, Union speak, I guess it's called in this game. It's like in D&D it's common, but in Lancer it's Union speak. She'll speak into the walkie-talkie, and you'll recognize her voice as she's like, "Ah, you told me you were coming." This is the lady who contacted you before, Dithal Ordo. She will introduce herself as the leader of this small group, and thanks you for helping her men.
Any problem. I'm here to help people in need. Such a nice guy.
It really is!
Destroyed someone's relationship with his mercenary corps, but I'm such a nice guy. I think I was helping. I did not, but I think I was.
I like him. Like, I don't know, I appreciate the ray of sunshine.
The ray of sunshine is
We'll
nice.
see what happens.
We're gonna pull you down into the depths of darkness with us.
We'll
bitch.
drag you down with us.
Muddy your boots.
Does anybody have any questions for her, or are we going to allow her to... She begins, like, patching people, gathering them, and her men try to walk them back into the tunnels, that sort of thing, trying to help the injured evacuate.
I'm gonna to look at the squad here and start just giving orders like Greaser, if you could help them get to where they're going. If Mako, if you could help bandage her up, and just different orders like that to the group to try to assist. And Stryker himself is actually going to go to those two that were walking away there and help them.
Okay. Everybody's on board with that? We're all just helping these people?
Yep.
Oh, I'm not.
No,
doing
I have no
damn
reason
thing.
not to. They are not.
Mako's not doing a damn thing, I heard?
Nope.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
Greaser's gonna help mostly because he has no reason to fight yet. He's not been given casus belli. Casus belli.
I will say when Stryker's giving out orders, some of you may or may not notice. You can determine for yourself when that you think you'd notice. The smile on Ramon's face is going to get real icy, and he's just going to go, "I don't take orders from you."
Listen, motherfucker, I'm not in the mood for this. Help or not, I don't care.
Oh no, yeah, I'll help. I just want you to know that it's in spite of you, not because of you.
Bruh. Ramon with the spice.
True.
He's like cinnamon.
So the Rangers, with your help, will take the injured deeper into the tunnels. And you are stopped. If you are like shouldering to help carry people, they will stop you before a certain curve deeper into the tunnels, and like send you back to go grab somebody else. It's kind of like, hey, deliver them to this point, and then we'll take it from there. So after evacuating and helping the people here, which thankfully This was also a nice little trigger because nobody died, because you had Down and Out and Patch and Corrective here. They're a little bit, you can tell their disposition towards you is a little bit more trusting, despite there being a general unease about them. Dithal, her name is, Dithal Ordo, will stand waiting for you once everyone has been evacuated, and motions you guys closer to speak. She seems to have something on her mind.
Hey, Striker's gonna go up to her. Hey, what's up? What do you need?
She will, she gestures towards the sorry state of all of the soldiers that were here, and she'll inform you that the last of her forces had been ordered to retreat from the surface after their latest skirmishes with the Machine Horde. The Machine's army, once concentrated in the tunnels and hives below the surfaces of Evergreen, is now on the move, surging upwards. She continues explaining that initially, and I'm reading this normally because I don't want you guys to miss anything, this is important. She continues to explain that the Rangers initially came only to scout Evergreen, a routine after the colony made landfall some decades ago. However, once the colonists were seen working with subalterns and drones, machine things, her Rangers were ordered to start a campaign of directed and random attacks. From their perspective, it seemed just like a given that any strangers that showed up working aside walking, talking, autonomous machines, not Lancers, not something piloted by human, just subalterns, were likely to be allies of the Machine Horde. Her and her company were supposed to probe the colony's defense with the eventual goal of denying the machine access to the printer, the Omninode, and reactors that the colony has. They're convinced that if the Machine Horde got access to that, they would become unstoppable. However, the fighting grew too costly. Between interactions between you and them, and interactions between them and the Machine Horde, they just lost too many men on too many different fronts. So they were told to go home, that they were needed to go home and defend their own walls. But just after they were ordered to return, they actually lost contact with the closest of their biggest cities. And she's worried that the Machine Horde has taken the city, that it's either under attack or lost. Most of the other Rangers that were here already left days ago to check on the Silent City and hopefully return with help. But her and a few others volunteered to stay behind and tend to the wounded. They've done what they can, but aside from their basic level of medical training, a lot of them were basically marked for death. So she thanks you again for having come in to help them with your corrective and patch. The best that they've been able to do for their severely wounded was make them comfortable as they succumb to death.
Oh.
Yup. She seems at the end of her rope. She just wants to go home, to get her Rangers home, and to bury her lost friends. Now that you've been fighting with the machine, she believes that you know what her people have been fighting for centuries. There's a bigger fight than the ones going on around Evergreen. There is a much bigger horde than what Evergreen has seen, despite the fact that Evergreen saw Legion, saw a tsunami of machine. There is more. She tells you that maybe if you guys can meet with and talk to her superiors, the people in charge, there could be peace between her people, the Hercynian United Cities. That's a keyword if you guys want to write that down. And Evergreen, the colony. with almost uncanny timing, after she's given you this offer, you receive a priority 1 call from Patience. Patience orders you to abandon your investigation and return to Evergreen immediately. The machine's army is growing and spreading through the area at an unprecedented rate, threatening to cut you off from Evergreen completely. Once the colony is encircled, there will be no way for you to return.
God damn it. Okay. Shit. I'm gonna look back at her. We have to go if there's a situation at Evergreen. Do you have grid coordinates for that city? And do you know if there's any kind of source to these machines? Like, is there a factory that's producing them, or something that a strategic target we could maybe hit?
Until you have definitely brokered peace, until you have met her superiors, she is unwilling to give you the coordinates for any of her homes, any of the cities or anything like that.
Can Lumiere interject?
Yeah, absolutely.
Having been here as long as he has, he would have interacted with other people, probably not this group, but it would have been something like, "My coven was sent to aid you against the machines. You would know if my brothers, where are they?"
She gives you a confused look and tells you that she doesn't know of any men in her lifetime that were sent to aid, that everyone was lost, she thought.
Striker's just gonna, like, kind of lean in and whisper to her and, like, point a thumb back at Mr. Smiley back there. He's apparently really old and thinks that he's piloting a Genghis Mark 1 world killer. I don't know if that jolts your memory or anything.
So at this point, the book does tell me to make it clear to you. The PCs have a choice to make here. To return to Evergreen and help Landmark and the crisis response team defend the city. Or to go with Dethal, I don't know her name, Dethal, to her home in an attempt to broker aid and peace with the HUC. And you do have to make the decision now, as she is leaving and will not guide you in the future.
Okay. My only concern is, doesn't Providence still have, like, suicide bombs on our mechs?
For insubordination, yes.
Can I give her my phone number? Can I give her my digits? But not phone number, you know, like
Sure.
direct frequency that will connect to us.
Sure. She will take it and tell you that basically, I hope you understand that without approval, without peace, I cannot call you again.
This would be for hopefully their superiors are able to call us to do that, because there's a bunch of robots that are coming in.
Yeah.
And just like you, we gotta kill robots too.
I'm mulling it over because I think we're at that point. We gotta ask ourselves what we're doing. Greaser wouldn't want to leave Evergreen. The Mirror Smoke Mercs are back there, and he doesn't hate any of those guys. He's not like friends, but like some of them owe him money, and like he likes some of their jokes.
So remember when I told you that there is a split story?
Yeah.
This is the point where we either choose to go down Route A or Route B, and whichever route we do, the other part of the book is basically deleted.
I'm
It's choose your own adventure. Do you want to side with the colony, or do you want to go talk to the natives?
See, I'm deciding that I think we go with the natives, because I'm of the mindset of, if we broker peace with them and get everything situated between the two groups, we can have an organized force to fight one front and maybe finally end this. Because if we go back to Evergreen, it's just we're defending the colony again, and we're just going to keep defending the colony again and again, and it's not going to end, and we're going to get overrun, and the robots might leave planet somehow, and this might actually become a serious threat on like a bigger scale.
So 2 things on that, and I don't. This is just me, the person. I have not read ahead, so I don't know what happens. But your plan is assuming that going with the natives, Evergreen doesn't fall. Evergreen might fall. I have no idea what happens. I have not read ahead.
I don't know either. Like that's why I'm on the fence post here, because I genuinely don't know either. I'm going
And
on
very
what I think
specifically,
best.
Default did say that they were worried about the machine horde gaining control of the reactors.
And those reactors
And the printer.
Those printers and reactors are at the city, or
They're in Evergreen, yeah.
Evergreen. Okay.
That's how we got our mechs.
Yep, the mech printers.
Okay, that leans me a lot more towards Evergreen then.
Yeah, well, I would say
think-
my place. Sorry, you go first.
I was gonna say it's time for everyone's favorite thing, democracy.
Yeah. So what I would say is, at least from I think my character's perspective, they pretty much one-to-one exactly what JJ was saying. I love JJ, and that it's like if we go back and we're doing defending, we're hitting the symptoms versus these rangers. They know the root cause, and on the flip side of like, yeah, stuff's bad at Evergreen. Evergreen just got a huge critical response team reinforcements. The MSMC guys that are there are also pretty well organized, and Ramon would trust them to still do the job there.
And MSNC just got +6.
Yeah, I mean we don't mechanically know that they got a +6, but we do know like they seem to be
They have the power of
up and at
Siren.
'em. Exactly. So
They
for
have
him,
they
it's
have
like-
faith.
Yeah. So like in the worst case scenario, Ramon sees it as get information about the cause of the problem, and let's say worst comes to worst, they take Evergreen. Aw damn, we'll have to take it back. He's very like, I think that he pretty much one-to-one everything that JJ was saying, everything that Stryker was saying. Is
So
just
I have
exactly what he believes.
I have a weird maybe suggestion. I have mixed feelings on it. It might be a good idea to end session here. And the reason why, I know we didn't get very far today, is because there are 2 players that are regularly here missing who are not being able to vote on a major fork in their own fate. And
I can't
worst
argue with that, actually.
worst case scenario, like we put it to a vote in the Discord channel, and once all the votes are in, we'll just pick up from there. I don't know that we want to do that. I'm just putting it out there. I would be in favor of that, because I don't think that it is fair to 49 and Mako, who have been here every single session, to the one session they couldn't make. Major fork in the road in their own destiny happens. I don't think that's fair to them.
I can't argue with that. I didn't even think about that.
So regardless of what your vote is, that is where my stance is. But if you guys vote, we just continue, and here's what we want to do. We all want to go back to Evergreen, or we all want to go to the colony, or whatever it is. Then we'll do that. It's your game, so you guys let me know.
I think what we can at least do is, if 4 people are voting one direction, then it technically doesn't matter what vote they do, because it would
That's
sway it
not necessarily true, in that you don't know if they wouldn't have a compelling argument that would have swayed the 4 votes.
That is true.
I am of the opinion that waiting to get their opinion is good. I didn't even think about it, so
I like it.
I do want to hear other people's reasonings, or do we want to just wait entirely?
No, let's do the reasonings, and I'll have them come back and watch this part of the session.
Okay.
So we've heard from Stryker, who I think said colony. Originally was in favor of natives, but then doubled back to colony because of reactors. I think that was the opposite stance from Patty.
No, I'm gonna.
Are you gonna double back again?
I'm gonna double back. I'm gonna say the city because yeah, he made a good point of we can go back and retake Evergreen if we need to, and I wasn't thinking about like all the armed forces we actually have there right now. I was just thinking of us. I wasn't thinking of MSNC and CRT that are there right now. I was just thinking of, oh shit, we're not there. They're fucked. But yeah, I'm gonna lead towards going with the natives.
So I have 2 votes natives right now.
I am voting for Evergreen. I think even with the firepower we have there, the Mirror Smoke boys have been doing good. They've got like the Moxie. They've been getting their Wheaties in. But I don't think without us, because we are one of the few groups with mechs. Because the only people that have mechs in there are, I think, the response team. They have mechs, and there's like a spattering of mechs in like the Mirror Smoke. Not all of them have mechs, I think. But I think we.
In addition to that, we do have to remember it's been several weeks of like silence. Oh no, actually intense silence. And the last time that happened, there was a sudden ambush. And this, again, I have not read ahead, so I don't know if that like narratively or mechanically will come ahead, come to something. But the last time there was a silence, it was a few days, and then suddenly an ambush.
Yeah, I think I don't want to risk Evergreen for going with the natives.
Okay.
Is Greaser's reasoning? He's like, I don't. This feels like the long fight is probably natives, but he's more worried about the short-term fight, which is Evergreen. So he's voting Evergreen.
Just need to hear from Mako, Tenshi, and Moses.
Regret was one of theirs. They didn't need... They could have just disabled Francis. There was no need to carve open his black box and turn him into paste. To prevent his mech from getting...
Was Regret one of theirs? Let me check.
Yeah, I thought Regret was just a robot.
Yeah, I thought Regret was a robot.
No, I think
it could also be that Mako thinks it's one of theirs. Might not change.
No, there was a very, very clear difference in the way that they looked.
Okay.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna go back and find out, because I don't actually remember, and you might be right here.
I think they were, because it was people versus people on the ground. That obviously like didn't affect the battlefield, but it was like Evergreen Marines versus other Marines.
You are correct. That was the HUC. That was not a robot. Regret was HUC.
If they just wanted to prevent the machines from getting hold of our mechs and the printer and things, they could have just disabled him. They didn't need to carve open his black box. They didn't need to kill him. The bugs can burn, and anyone who stands with them can burn.
Dithola will just tell you that she can't speak to the atrocities committed by other soldiers, but she would have never done such a thing. Why are you attacking? You silly cat. My cat is attacking me. So your vote is go back to colony?
Yeah.
Okay.
Defend Evergreen with patience.
So I've got 2 votes colony. I've got 2 votes for natives. And it sounded like Stryker may have changed vote again.
Anymore. Like, I am massively indecisive with this kind of shit, and this stuff, like, this kind of shit's tearing me apart.
You're tearing me apart.
I don't know, because I was under the like, I thought it was like one of the fucking killbots that got Starry Night. I didn't think it was one of these guys.
Nope, it was one of those guys.
If I realized it was one of these guys, I probably would have shot them earlier.
Even unarmed?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Stryker we're talking about. But yeah, no. Fuck. Good old. Damn it. See.
Rico, what would your
This-
character feel?
Yeah.
Aww. That's a good question.
What I can tell you, and this might influence you a lot, is the armor that the natives wear reminds you a lot of the forces you used to fight against. The machine horde was not your enemy. This is a new thing that you don't recognize.
Oh, they're the locals.
Yep, you used to fight against the locals, not the machine horde. The machine horde is new.
Gotcha. So that would have just been foggy memory.
Mm-hmm.
500 years does that to a person. So if I did recognize the armor as the opposing force from my time on the planet, I would go to Evergreen.
If that is what your character would do, if they are not willing to try and broker peace after it was offered, that is what your character would do?
Yes. I believe that's what I would do.
Then I will have you on the Evergreen side. And I think at this point, aside from undecided striker, we need to hear from the rest of the players because it's pretty tight.
Because if both of them say going with the natives, then striker becomes the tiebreaker at that point.
The one thing I would say regarding this whole, like, they killed pilots, I would just kind of, after hearing this conversation, kind of, like, pull up the logs of engagements and stuff like that, and I'll just be like, listen, this is war, and if we're talking about ripping apart pilots, I would reference the Dust Bowl mission. We kind of fucked them up first.
We haven't been cracking black boxes deliberately.
I think somebody did do that in the Dust Bowl mission, actually.
Literally did.
Yeah, I think you literally did. In fact, I think Striker specifically did.
I would
Did
like
I
to point
do
out,
that?
I would like to point out for the class, Starry Night has like 0 kills in his fucking name. He's got like nothing.
So, Mako might know that even though they did it, technically you guys started it. I don't know if that changes her opinion.
I just want to come out and say out of character here. I am not trying to like sabotage shit. Like stuff's just happening with Striker that is unintentionally
be like
massively fucking the narrative.
I mean, you have gone for blood at almost every opportunity. That's gonna affect the narrative.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm not going to stop, but like that's absolutely fair.
Didn't we literally debate on just sitting there and seeing how many of the things we could kill? Just spawn camping them? Was that not a conversation?
That is a conversation that
That
happened.
sounds like a conversation we would have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that did happen.
Specifically, Striker said, I'm just gonna sit here and like blast their spawns when they
Yep.
come in.
Yeah. Man, Striker's a fucking asshole.
I'm just saying, we're pretty bloodthirsty. If we're like, man, these guys are bloodthirsty, so are we.
We're also allowed to be flawed human beings who are like, yeah, we're bloodthirsty for the enemy.
True.
And I
Ramon
saw my
would
friend
just-
die.
Yeah, Ramon would just in character be like, listen, you're getting mad at them about something that we did too.
Yeah.
And-
I'm going to stay on the side of going to the city.
On top of that, like, think about how much worse off they were technologically, and how many of them have like really taken some serious damage. You just saw a triage tent full of bleeding amputees on the verge of death, like seared holes in their bodies, all that sort of thing.
Yeah, and we didn't attack them because we're good people.
Good as a stretch.
We're not the worst.
Yeah, no, I'm making my mind. I'm going to the or I'm voting to go to the city with the natives. Final answer, Sin. don't let me fucking change my answer again.
Okay, I've got you locked in. Then now, secondary vote. Do we want to end here and wait for the other players to get their vote in?
I think because it's so easy for them to sway it in either direction, I feel like we kind of have
Yeah,
to.
without votes it is. I would.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Okay, well, in that case, I guess we are going to be ending a little early. Sorry we are ending early, but I think it is a respectable thing to do to our other players.
If it was at the point where their vote wouldn't have changed the outcome, then maybe not, but with it being this close.
Even if all 5 of you had decided on Evergreen, it's still possible that one of them would have just came in and made, like, an impassioned speech that, like, changed you, the player's mind. It's possible.
Yeah.
So, is what
Also,
it is.
Side note, does Mako say out loud, like, we didn't attack them, we're good people?
No.
What was that? Okay, I wasn't sure if that was a player or a character thing.
Well, thank y'all for hanging out. Thank you guys for viewing the stream. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please give me a follow. If you thought it was great, subscriptions cost you nothing with Amazon Prime. And if you want to get involved, make a Lancer and join us. There's usually combat just about every session. I'm pretty sure we will hit combat next session. You are welcome to join at discord.gg/Synppai, Synppai. We'll see you in 2 weeks with a final decision about where our fates roll. Say goodbye to chat, everybody. Goodbye, crew.
Goodbye, chat.
Bye.